Hello everybody and welcome back. So 2 weeks ago I showed you how I made this replacement thermostat for my CW5000 chiller, and it's been working really good now, but I do have to admit the way it sticks out at the front and, well, just the way it looks, it's not as beautiful as I would like to have it if it stays in there forever. So yeah, let's get towards making a new one that looks a little bit less hideous. Yeah. So the original was meant to be set up with an Arduino Nano, some relays, and a sensor, some other parts, and I sat myself down and using Easy EDA I made this little schematic with all of the parts. I did add a buzzer, so in case of an error or an out of control situation we can make some noise, and I cleaned it up and debugged it a little, and when I had this done, I made an order for parts at JLC PCB, and the PCBs that I needed, well, got here in about 2 weeks. And after that, I set out to make a slightly more beautiful front panel that has the LEDs built into the front. And through the miracle of measurement, everything sort of fits into each other. I did leave a lot of spare room to optimize, and because I still don't really want to make this a big project, I'm just gonna put it together using some hot melt. And yeah, when I had all of this laid out, and when I did the order, I also did an order for all of the other parts that I needed from LCSC, and sure enough, after a week, all of the parts that I didn't have arrived, and so let's put it together. I hope I didn't make any bad mistakes on there. I've already made a slight improved version of this, but I didn't order it yet, just in case that I still had some bugs in here. But from what I can tell, everything fits really nicely, and even if there's something wrong with it, I should be able to take it back apart using the desoldering pump and all the other stuff that I have. So I'm not going to waste a lot of resources on this. I also made sure that this little power supply module fits exactly onto here, so I can either wire this up through a few wires or just stick it on here with some solder. Yeah, let's get to it. Let's put it together. And it's done. So yeah, came out quite well. I haven't connected the all of the pins yet, because I'm going to only connect the pins that I'm really going to use during testing, because if anything should go really wrong with this, I can still unsolder all of the other pins, and it makes it a lot easier if not everything is soldered down. So during testing, I'm going to connect each and every one of these, and I'm only going to solder them all in when I'm done testing it. And yeah, that just makes it easier to take it back apart if it should be completely unusable. And I haven't connected any pins to this header here because I am going to connect the display with little silver wires. That's going to make it a lot simpler just to connect it up, and it's going to look a lot cleaner. So yeah, let's get this thing programmed and try and test it out. So the little controller circuit is done. I tested it. It seems to work. I updated the software on the Arduino, and I put some NTCs over the inputs, and I got good measurement. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to put a blob of hot melt on the back of here, and I'm going to glue it into the little case. And one thing that you need to make sure when you're using hot melt is you do not want to get the hot melt over anything where you're using the analog inputs, because hot melt actually has a pretty real resistance, especially when it's hot. And yeah, I'm gonna add that, then I'm gonna put it together, and hopefully the display will come alive, and it should start by showing us errors. So this is it. I connected the wires going to the display, and it looks really nice. I'm quite happy with it. I checked everything that was left to check, and if I have it like this now, and I attach my power connector, it's actually going to try and initialize. It's going to notice that there are no sensors attached, and it starts making a lot of noise. So yeah, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the, let's stop this. I'm going to put this into the chiller, and I'm going to make all of the short wires that I need to connect my relay modules. It's going to take some time, and that's going to be for the next video. And yeah, so now we have a very simple little wrong way. I have a little thermostat that is really easy to build, and it looks nice, it works nice, and it's basically completely free to program as you wish. It has 4 relay controls. I may yet use the 4th relay to switch off the pump, because if you have a laser like I do that has a flow sensor, it's going to turn off the laser. But right now I don't want to do that. I'm happy with this thing just beeping and keeping the pump running to try and cool the laser. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and yeah, bye bye.